Everybody, welcome back to the Doghood. I am your friendly doghood guru, and I'm here to tell you some information and some facts that you need to know when encountering either an EAS dog, a service dog, or a therapy dog. So what is the difference between the three? A lot of times people get that confused. So a service dog actually performs a task for the individual that it is working for. So for instance, if it is leading a blind person, leading the blind person or making sure that they're safe is one of those things that a service dog will do. A service detection or a seizure detection dog might actually alert the handler to a seizure that is coming on. Same thing with diabetic alert dogs. So a service dog has to have a task that it performs for the handler to allow it to qualify as a service dog. The service dog also has to be have perfect public access, which means that when the dog goes out into public, the dog has to not bark, not poop and pee in places, not act obnoxiously. It needs to be calm and reserved the whole time that it is out. These dogs are usually, not always, but usually signed with vests that say service dog, please do not pet my service dog, working service dog in progress. If you see me without my handler, call EMS, all these different signs that go on the vest for the dog. Those particular dogs have got to go through a rigorous amount of training, usually to a year to a year and a half, before they can qualify out for being full certified, basically service dogs or acclimated service dogs. Now, therapy dogs are something very different than service dogs. Therapy dogs, instead of being for one person and one handler, they're for multiple people. So what a therapy dog does is might go to a hospital or a library and do reading programs, go to hospice and deal with some of the patients there that are in the end stages of life, to give them comfort and to give them reassurance that everything is going to be okay. So a therapy dog actually works within the confines of emotional support for people out in public, so to speak. So those particular dogs are not certified to go into public and do public access like service dogs, but they do go to places, sometimes schools, sometimes libraries, sometimes hospital systems. So they have what I consider a limited access amount. They are not allowed in, let's say, for instance, restaurants, but they are allowed, let's say, for instance, in libraries and hospitals and nursing homes. So what is an EAS dog, and how does an EAS dog do a crossover between service and therapy dog? An EAS dog is like a service dog. It is usually for one handler. This particular dog is actually basically created to do a job for the client, but does not have the full rights of a service dog. So an EAS dog might just be there for comfort, not have any specific tasks that he does for his handler, but that particular dog can actually calm anxiety just by being able to pet the dog. So he doesn't task for the client. He doesn't actually interrupt some of the behaviors of the handler, but what he does do is just be there for the handler. And he not necessarily is for multiple people, but just that handler in particular. Now, EAS dogs do not, which are considered emotional support animals, or emotional support dogs. They are not allowed in public venues like restaurants. They cannot fly on planes. They cannot go in major airports and things like that where service dogs are allowed. But they do a lot of help with their clients, usually in the home environment or specifically in homeschooling environments, different things like that. So the differences between a service dog, an EAS dog, and a therapy dog. Service dog is for one person and performs tasks and is allowed out in public access, like restaurants and hotels and also airplanes and modes of transportation like that. These dogs cannot be withheld from the public access, so it is against the law for people who have businesses to not allow the service dogs in there. Same thing with hotel rooms and rent places. If you own a service dog, you are not required by law to pay a pet deposit. You're also not allowed to be thrown out of the establishment because you have the service dog. But the dog has to maintain certain requirements to be a performed service dog, and that is he has to do the tasks that are required. He also has to perform adequately in public service within the public atmosphere that does not allow for interruption or disruption within just a basic communal property where there are multiple people at. A therapy dog is someone who goes to libraries, nursing homes, hospitals, and performs a type of service work in a sense, but is just comforting to the people that are there or helps them through a certain process. So those dogs are not allowed full public access like service dogs are. Now, your therapy dogs also can perform things like going and testifying in court for with a child, for instance, that has had some traumatic issues going on. So that's what a therapy dog does. Now, the EAS dog is specifically in home or does not go into public access, but performs a lot of tasks, so to speak, of comforting ability. Just wants to be hugged close to you, feel your skin tactily, being able to calm you down, so to speak, but does not actually go into public. So there's a difference. You have service dog, you have therapy dog, and you have EAS or emotional support dog. And I hope that clears that up for you. If you'd like to, come over to the Dog Hood with us, and we've got some amazing videos to teach you some things about your dog and how to best raise your dog appropriately in the right environment, make your dog the best dog it possibly can. We also have a YouTube channel that goes through a gamut of different training things, gives you a lot of information that you're not going to find on many places on the internet. So please, I cannot tell you enough, visit our Instagram, give us a like, go over to our Facebook page that we do lives every single week on Facebook on Thursday evenings to give you some sort of advice on training, feeding, nutrition, all kinds of different things. These are completely free. So just come on over and educate yourself, share it out with your friends so we can get our whole entire dog hood industry out there and in people's mouths, and so we can help dogs to have better lives and their owners to live a better life with their animal. So thank you so much for stopping by. Come and see us again at the Dog Hood. I'm Danielle Scruggs, the Dog Guru. Have a good day.